Welcome back, Airbnb family. So today I'm teaching you my marketing pro tip that I freshly discovered, and I'm going to give it to you right away. This is going to be how to set up your Airbnb profile to pop more than other persons when they're scrolling through the Airbnb platform. We're going to teach you how to pizzazz your titles and descriptions using symbols. And yes, I just figured this out, and a lot of you don't know this, some of you do. Let's jump right into it. So I'm going to do a screencast and show you me fixing up one of our listings. So first things first is you're going to notice that it says 5411 on the side of our title. That 5411 is our internal name. If you want to be able to have access to internal names, you have to have more than 5 active properties on the Airbnb platform. Okay, so King Bed Home, a perfect 5-star stay. We're going to go to a website called copypastecharacter.com/symbols. We're going to select symbols because they've got like a curation like of our favorites and otherwise. You're going to use /symbols, and you're going to save the whatever symbol you want to use. In this case, we're using this outlined star, and then we're going to be using a check mark. So, like again, an internal name only shows up if you have 5 or more properties, but go inside your title and copy and paste the icon that you want to put in there. And we're using these stars with the black outline, like I said. Of course, it has to be less than 50 characters, so I'm going to do a little bit of shaving here. I'm also going to go through and copy my check mark that I want to use. There's, of course, other icons, but only some of them are applicable. I don't think you want to use a biohazard icon on your listing unless you're trying to be punk and edgy or something. So we're going to shorten this out by removing a couple things that are no longer necessary because the symbols, of course, separate some of the sentences or some of the statements, so you're good there. Now I'm going to go into the summary, and I'm going to use a check mark next to all of the things that I think people should know. And yes, if you do enter twice and create a paragraph space, it will show up in the final version of your profile. When you go to look at it, when you're editing after you save it, it won't show that you hit the enter button twice, so it may not look like it works, but when you go to preview, which I'll show you later, it will create this paragraph separation. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a check mark next to the Wi-Fi, next to the gym, next to the pool, next to parking, washer, dryer. I'm gonna move up the TV section also. I'm going to move that up so it's part of that same run of checklists. What I'm basically doing is drawing the reader's attention to the amenities that I have. See, people may not be searching for certain amenities, but they would be totally excited if you had them, right? So when people search, they may not be looking for a pool or a hot tub or a king-size bed. But what you can do is you can mark it all here, put check marks there and say, yes, this says check king-size bed, check free Wi-Fi, check free parking. And they're like, oh, cool, it has this stuff. I didn't know I wanted it. Since I want it and you have it, I'll book. Make sense? So these check marks drive the eye to the extras that you're providing them. So let me give you kind of a little bonus run here. Like I said, if you notice, when we hit the enter button or when we look at the edit, it doesn't show the double enter that we did to create the paragraph space when it's kind of like in your regular internal platform. But we're about to go preview this property here, and when we preview the property, you will see it. Okay, preview mode, here we go. So if you notice the 2 stars on the outside of the King Bed Home, looks great, doesn't it? A perfect 5-star long-term stay. That long-term stay section has been really good for us. 3 of our 5 new listings in Richardson immediately had long-term stays. We've got one that's like a 4-month long stay booked already within just the first week or 2. So here's some photos. I'm gonna let this run through, and you can see what photos we're using for the platform. This is just something that goes without saying. You want your photos to be well lit, well composed. I am using the same camera for these photos that I'm, of course, recording with right now. So invest in something that records good photos. I mean, you can use your iPhone. We do have plenty of our pictures on our platform that are shot with an iPhone, but you have to be much more careful with your lighting because you want to have much better lighting balance because your phone's not going to respond as intelligently to high contrast environments and stuff like that. So, if you go on LinkedIn.com, there's a LinkedIn Learning section. If you pay for a LinkedIn membership, you can access for not much more the LinkedIn Learning section, and they teach you how to do photography and stuff like that. Also stated, I put my amenities photos at the end of this reel. So basically, all of the shots of the apartment are first, and then I'm like, oh, hey, bonus, look at everything that the building comes with, a pool and all this extra stuff. The more photos, the better. The more high quality the photos, the better. Of course, because it's all about listing appeal. So I hope this marketing tip, symbols, icons, check marks, that is just going to help push you a little bit. If you get slightly better conversion because people see the icons and you're suddenly like a little bit more catchy, extra clicks means extra views, which means better SEO presence, right? These things matter because they have a snowball effect. So even a slight increase in performance on click-through is good for you. And if you get slightly more bookings, another fun fact that I wasn't going to tell you in this video, but I can't shut up, is that you need to keep your calendar full, because keeping your calendar full is also part of Airbnb's SEO. If you're almost always booked, they assume that you're one of the better properties and they push you more to fill up the last few dates that you have left. So stay booked no matter what. Even if you have to fire sell off your certain dates. Occupancy percentage matters. So thanks for watching Airbnb Automated. If you'd like other tips, hacks, things like that, of course you know where to come, but leave them in the comments so I know maybe what next video to do for you, right? Oh, and by the way, it looks like the vote on whether or not we're going to talk about cleaning or whether we're going to talk about pricing strategy won by a landslide. So stay tuned. I'm going to be doing an in-depth video on pricing strategy for our portfolio of over 45 properties and how I manage my pricing strategy for my $100,000 plus per month Airbnb business. So thanks again. I will see you on the other side. Wait, okay. So I forgot to tell you something super important. I want these videos to be shorter, but Airbnb or YouTube has this algorithm that means that the videos have to perform well for everybody to see them. But I'd like to make you shorter videos to save you time, right? So if you guys want to see all my videos without me having to make an 8 or 10 minute long video just so it performs and then it gets shared with you, at the bottom over here, you'll see the subscribe button. You've probably already clicked the subscribe button, right? If you haven't, do it now. But next to it is this bell button, this bell icon. Click on that so you're notified whenever I post a video. That way, you don't have to wait for a video to just be seen 6 minutes on average before it comes to you. And you don't have to sit through a minute of me making a video about coffee if you don't want to, right? Sorry, Fanny, but this will save you time and it'll allow me to be more concise and you'll see all the videos. So click that bell, okay? Thank you. Bye.